Welcome back to Single Player Party, and I'm back with this week's Kickstarter roundup of games that can be played solo for your board game table. I am going to try to go a lot faster this week because I think we're hitting the October slowdown where people are really going to start dialing in the Kickstarters, and there's not going to be that much popping up. You're going to have a couple big heavy hitters that'll come in and they will suck up all the funds, but you'll have a lot of people trying to post them. There'll be stuff that people will post start posting their Kickstarters towards the end of October, and they will not do as well as they could do if they just wait till end of January, maybe mid-January to mid-February to launch. I don't know in the recent years how accurate that's been, but I know all through the mid 2010s that was pretty staple. And I mean, I see a lot of the holdovers from that time, even though I kind of like lost track of Kickstarters for a couple years. That trend, a lot of the trends still hold on for a lot of the way that they're delivering the content and uploading things on Tuesdays, Thursdays. This stuff's kind of held over, and I'm guessing the seasonality, the way people save money for Christmas presents, people just balance their budget differently around this time of year. So I have a feeling that that's still going to be still going to happen again this year. So first one up is this Crazy Madness Rock Paper Scissors Deluxe Edition. Watch It Play did a video. I'm sure, it was a paid promotion, so how can you say no? But here, in this one, you get a rock, you get a piece of paper, and you get some scissors, and it's all the meme that it could be. It got over a third of its funding in the first couple days, so it might hit that funding. I think it's hilarious, but I also think that it's such a novelty that it's not going to take off. I think in the mid 2010s, there was, like 2014, there was, I remember Coin Age. It was just like a cheap little game. It was like, kind of started the pay what you want micro game craze. And so this little like $2 game ended up raising like $60,000 to $80,000, and it just went nuts, and everybody was talking about it all the time. This one, people are talking about it, and it's still only got 229 backers, and I see it posted everywhere. I see people talking about it a lot, and they're just not gonna pull the trigger on this. So it might be a little too expensive it might be too deluxe. It's too deluxe. So let me get one more thing out of the way. If you're watching this the day this comes out, there's, I think, 1 day left to back 10 Helm on GameCrafter. And as of right now, it's really close to getting 1,000 people, which would be like the maximum discount for the maximum economy of scale on there. So go check that out if you can. It's at the GameCrafter. Click on the crowd sales, and it's the number one. And if you're watching this on the 15th, I think, 15th of October, it'll be the last day that it'll be live. It won't have much time left. So if it's the 16th, check it out, but it might be over. If it's the 17th, it definitely is over. So that was Rock, Paper, Scissors. I mean, it literally is, it's just such a meme. It's a good meme. It's a good meme. Maybe I was curious if it was memeing this just to sell more of these, the offensive adult party game. So, but like that is gone with the shirt. I don't know the offensive party game. The art's cool. The art on the box is awesome. There's gonna be lore by Chip Theory Games, a custom insert, and a solo mode. So it's got our solo mode, and that's why I'm covering it. I'm here for the solo mode. I'm not looking into the solo mode. I'm not spending $30 for rock paper scissors, but then again, there's not many things I am buying right now. Rock paper scissors deluxe edition. I think this guy's name's spelled Derek. I'm Derek, Derak. This is Derik. Two weirdly spelled Dereks. He might be he might be something else, but I'm gonna say Derek. And he's back with another roll and write single player, and just in time for Halloween. We'll deliver for Halloween. I think I mentioned the under construction was within the since I started doing this, so I think that one made one of my list previously. So he's kind of on my radar for like going back, and when I play a lot of the print play games I've already got backlogged, these will be ones that I'll come to and be like, oh yeah, I should check these ones out and put those. They're kind of on the list, and I have a feeling that he'll have them for sale down the road. So they're already funded, people are grabbing them, and if you pick these up later, that's some sustained funds that those kind of designers will be happy to see that coming in, even though it's probably going to be in a trickle and not anything relevant. But that one looked cool. Really bad timing for this game. I feel super bad for this one. I mean, you've got Voidfall on there, you've got the other big space game that just launched, and then though I think I covered it last week. Sorry, Sleepy Time single player. Doing it always Sleepy Time. So, Space Lightning Trader. Looks cool. Looks crunchy. Look at all these cubes and dials, and it looks, a little bit of a spreadsheet. A little bit of a spreadsheet trading space game. So it's got solo play. It plays 5 to 8 with 2 copies, which is interesting because not a lot of big games go for the buy 2 copies to play with a ton of people thing. Because you this chart's actually really cool. Team play chart. So you can play 2 versus 2, 2 versus 2 versus 2, 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2, 3v3, or 4v4. That's fun. I like that. Pretty plain on some of this stuff, but I like schematics. I like blueprints. I think that looks awesome. The art looks high quality for these illustrations. They look awesome. I like it. I think if anything, it's a little dull for the competition it's up against. It's up against some heavy hitters, not just here on Kickstarter, but on any other space game that you're going to be looking at. I think the illustration work is strong on here. I feel like the graphic design's a little but struggling out of the gate. It's been up for I think since Tuesday, so a couple days, not getting near a third of that funding. My guess is this is not going to fund, and it's hard because you've got 2 other huge heavy hitter space games people are already going nuts for. So by big designers from established companies, first created. I think this is a good one to cancel, bring back in the springtime. And if you see a Voidfall launch on like a Tuesday or something come spring, you got some other heavy hitter space game that's already on there, delay as long as you have to launch when there's really nothing else on there. And it's hard. I don't know, but yeah, I think this one is probably not going to fund, so they should probably just cancel. Work on getting the word out and relaunch this one in September or in spring. I mean, sorry, no, don't wait a whole year, not until September. Sorry, but I think this is a one that a lot of us would have liked if it was going to fund, but I don't see it happening. This one, Apawthecaria. This one looks really cool. I like the art. It's cutesy. I like the characters and like the backgrounds and everything. It looks fun. I think this one was kind of affordable $15 for a print and play. And then there's like a bundle to get like a bunch of different stuff for £20. And then I think the deluxe print copy was $55. So, don't remember what the contents were. Shipping wasn't super unreasonable for the US. $15. I mean, that's so expensive to ship things. This game felt a little light on details when I was going through it, but you've got a quick start to click on. If I feel like if the art draws to you on this one, you should check it out a little further. It's funded, so it's gonna get made, and it's got a low entry point with the print and play, and so you get a color printer. This is cool. I'm not sure what all the components are. I just want to make sure I point this one out because I think this one looks really cool. So in the interest of keeping this moving and making sure you got the list down below to get you quickly to all the ones. I mean, you're already here. You already know. If you're watching this far in straight into this, you're probably gonna watch a lot more. So thank you for that. But other people have already come and clicked on the links. But just a reminder, the links are down there, and that's what this is mainly about, to get you straight to these. This one, the art's gonna either jump out at you or it's not, and then multiple avenues to back this one. So that's cool. And they've made some others, I think, in this universe or something. I don't know. I saved it because I'm coming back to this one to look at it, at least down the line. Perpetuity, I think, has a game board that kind of spins like Zulkin. That was the name of the game, right? Where you have the big turning dial. It was always so cool. Always popped with innovation on that. And so here, another kind of bigger space game. So they've made 5 games before. They are a third into their funding. So I think that this one is going to make it. I think this one's got a lot of different things going on for it. This one's got a lot of different things going for it versus the other space trader game. Your tableau building is different here than the other games. It's got a bit of a different feel, a different bit of a board mechanic than the 4X. So it feels like you're getting a different type of game. So I believe it spins like gravity. It's, grave descent, but I think it has a gravity feel to it. So this one looks really cool. Blokk is got a single player mode, and it looks like a 3D block Tetris game. Cool if you just like a little fiddly puzzle solver. Seemed pretty cool. What was the entry point? So it's about $50. That's really high, but you do get a lot of Tetris pieces, which is really cool. So this game can't be cheap to make. Here's the thing. I know that the economies of scale are a lot smaller for when you're making something like this, but this kind of falls into the toy category, and you don't want to make this cheap. And look at the components. You've got the 4x4 stencil, a 5x5 rotating pad, the 36 toys, multicolored dice, 36 cards, 3 mystery blocks. I don't know what that's about. When you throw a mystery box in a $50 game, you're like, okay, well, what am I missing out on? Can I just pay a little extra and get all of the mystery solved? So there's a lot of things going on this, but this kind of falls into the toy category for me, and I don't want cheaply made products, and I don't like buying stuff, that's made as cheaply as possible. But right now you are competing with that, and so I'm hoping this is a really high quality game. At that price, the components need to be really good, and that would make it awesome. Good to support something that is having quality components made. But yeah, looks like a fun puzzle solver. Solo play, Blokk, $50. If that's your thing, awesome. I think that's awesome. That's hard for me to go. Card Z, it looks interesting. I didn't see a lot of art on these character cards. I guess these are all the ones I saw before character cards too. And just some pictures for like the items and events or whatever. And it makes me wonder how they got the art for this, because if it's all like just the photo realistic stuff, whose photos are those? I don't know. Maybe they shot all these photos themselves with all those things. That's cool. Maybe it's all free use. That's cool too. This I thought was interesting. Kind of like the way you build the board. And so I just thought that was interesting. Your own game board moving around like this. Could be cool. What was the price on this one? $38 to get the whole game for a lot of components. I think this one, the art, having photo art is either going to turn you off or not. Zombies is going to turn you off or not. If you like zombies and you don't mind photorealistic cards, there's your single player game right there. I just don't think this one's going to hit the $45,000 it needs. So I don't know if the audience is there. I feel like it almost wants to be one of those little war solitaire games that I haven't played yet, but pop up a lot, and they're all like $65 to $90. I feel like it's kind of one of those. So this one's cheaper than that, but interesting. It's not. I don't think it's gonna fund. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a miracle for this one to ramp up from this slow of a start. And I think that one might have just been posted today. So it was posted on a Wednesday. So it hasn't, maybe it's just a slow first day and it's going to ramp in for the next couple days. If in the next 48 hours, if it can really ramp up, it could do something. It's going to be tough. This, on the other hand, popped up after it, Bardwood Grove, and it was already like 8, almost triple funded. Macedonia. That's cool. I love the art on this, and I think a lot of people do too. Look at these gemmy guys, and I like these meeples here. You got the base note in meeple form, all those nice wooden tokens. Seems like a decent price to get in for one of these big games with lots of components like this. No miniatures, but honestly, I don't see miniatures needed for this. You get they're probably stickers, or maybe they're printed. These meeples, look how good that looks. You've got enough miniatures to paint. I'm gonna say this every week. You've already got enough miniatures to paint. So I think this looks cool. I like the art style a lot. Great graphic design on this. Really, really good graphic design on this. And yeah, this company put out Merchant's Cove and like a bunch of other stuff. So for a lot of people, it's a no-brainer. Robin Hood, Cavern Tavern, Rise to Nobility, which I have this in my shelf of opportunity that I'm still waiting to get around to play it. So already some heavy hitters, very popular games. Merchant's Cove, everybody's clamoring for that. So this could end up being another Merchant's Cove, and you have your opportunity to get in on it right now. So how many people did they have backing this one right now? Let's scroll all the way back up. 1,100. The last one, 24. 4,000 for this Monsters on board. But this was the big one, 6,600 for Merchant's Cove. Not as much as Robin Hood, but I think afterwards this one even hit even more hype, and people really want it. I see people talking more about Merchant's Cove than I do about Robin Hood now. So very interesting. I think if you're at all into these kind of guys, this one's a no-brainer for this like medium weight type of game. Looks really cool. So yeah, this is probably gonna be like my no-brainer of the week. I should do that. A no-brainer of the week. The Bardwood. So now that's it for the single player stuff. Now I'm already onto an honorable mention. This is a honorable mention slash accessory. I got 2 more accessories. You can see them up there. But this one's like a little snap together shifting game block. So it'll hold your card hand and it'll be like a dice tray without the bottom. It's kind of like a dice bumper. It's interesting. They have an elevated box that will act like your dice tower. That's the other thing, is like it won't work with most people's dice towers. So you have to use their dice tower. It's kind of more gimmicky. And then they made 3 games to go with this product. None of them are solo, but this is my one honorable mention. There's some others like cool RPGs, but if you're in RPGs, you're probably looking, or you're not here because you don't need me to get you to solos faster when you're searching for much more product than just solo games. So scented dice is an accessory. There it is. My question is, what took this so long? Made me think of the scratch and sniff stickers, or those markers that I had in 6th grade that smelled like different fruits. So yeah, if you want scented dice, there's a link for that. It's funded. It's going. It's got a lot of time left. And there's been a lot of people offering a lot of different types of dice, and here's a new one. I mean, genuinely feels new. Smells fresh. Feels fresh. And then this is another kind of like unique dice thing. Guessing you just kind of shake this up, and then you got 3d6 here that can land for you, and you just have to figure out which position. I think you rolled a 2, a 5, and a 1. Very gimmicky, very fidget spinnery kind of thing. Uh-oh. I don't know what is going on here. Did I lose my internet? Oh, and it's back. So it's kind of cool. It's already funded. It looks like it's like a nice little affordable item. Oh, look at that guy. Credit card sized. Well, it might be. So $16 for one of those. It's not crazy. Wait, where's this one? We want that one. Is that going to be a stretch goal? What is that going to be? Oh yeah, there's D20s. That's cool. 6d6. That's fun. I don't know. It's cool. I mean, is it true randomization? I don't know how they balance it. I don't know how, it's going to work, but I'm a sucker for gimmicky things like this. And it's just like an interesting way to like, get up, roll your dice, and there you go. Maybe it'll work well on camera. I'm going to click remind me on this one. So that's it for this week. Check out 10 Helm. Follow me if you want to see what I am backing on here. Let's see what this goes to. I think we looked at this before. So I've backed 172 projects. Come follow. I think you can still follow people on this. So come find me, Never Peak Games. You can look up by my first project, We Are Dead, or Dead at 17, or Starcade, and that'll take you to me. And then you could follow me on here and see what I'm actually backing as I back it. because you'll get notifications. And then, so enjoy the links below, and I will see you for next week's roundup.